Good morning, good evening, good night, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't got time for no damn music. I ain't got time for nothing else. I am thoroughly disgusted right now about this bit of news that I'm about to share with you folks. If you haven't seen it, if you don't know, there was a Vietnam veteran that thought because he was so enamored with Donald Trump, the bone spur having, war dodging, insurrectionist president that we know that has 165 pages of him and his cronies that tried to overthrow this government. And this Vietnam veteran thought the best thing to do was to give Donald Trump his Purple Heart. Before we go any further, folks, let me show y'all what transpired, okay?
Trump, watching you during the Butler rally and you getting back up, both my wife and I have a sigh of relief as well as a few tears. I would be honored if you would accept this small token I received as a young Marine in Vietnam. My wife and I both thought it appropriate. God bless you, your family, and the United States of America. Sincerely, Dwight. Dwight, where are you at?
Thank you. Whoa. It's like a check. It's a check. It's cash.
For those of you who may not know, Dwight had given President Trump his Purple Heart.
That's right. That's right.
I couldn't think anybody more deserving of the Purple Heart.
Thank you, Reverend.
You took it, you laid down there, you got back up, and the first words out of your mouth was fight, fight, fight. You didn't even have anything to shoot back at.
Well, my question to you, Dwight, as a former active member of the United States Marine Corps, what would make you think that was the best thing that you could give Donald Trump? You could have went anywhere and bought him a plaque, a trophy, and awarded him that. But you decided to disgrace and disrespect over 2 million recipients of the Purple Heart. The Purple Heart itself says for wounded or active duty members that was killed in combat. No disrespect when I say this, not that you were injured on post, that you might have fell doing exercises, or you might have been in a car accident or something unforeseen happened to you. You're not going to receive the Purple Heart for that. That is established for people who are in fighting combat in defense of this country. Nothing more, nothing less. If you don't believe me,
it is bestowed by the President upon all those who have been injured or died during their military service. The Purple Heart was created during the American War of Independence by George Washington. For many years, it would fall into oblivion and was only to be instituted again on the 200th anniversary of the birth of George Washington, whose bust is depicted on the Purple Heart. It is not awarded for wounds sustained in a line of duty, but due to combat with the enemy. A few celebrities have reached the Purple Heart because they were injured in the line of duty, such as actor Charles Bronson and President Kennedy. Almost 2 million soldiers have been awarded this decoration since its inception, for having sacrificed their own blood fighting for their country.
what blood did Donald Trump sacrifice? For the man, for the veteran, the Vietnam veteran, you spilt your own blood in defense of this country, along with 2 million other folks. It's not something that gets handed out like you got there's certain medals that you just don't get every day. One of them being the Congressional Medal of Honor, another one being the Navy Cross, another one being the Congress, the president, the thing that the highest award that a civilian can get, the Presidential Medal of Honor, Congressional Medal of Honor, whatever it's called. But those awards are given for for service, but there's still no blood attached to those, other than the Medal of Honor. And why am I talking about it? Because my father is a Purple Heart recipient. My father is a 3-time Bronze Star recipient. My father is a 4-time Silver Star recipient. Because of my father, there was other bloodlines that were able to continue. He sacrificed his life, along with my uncles, along with, I'm sure, several people that lived that I grew up around. For you just to hand your Purple Heart over to him all willy-nilly because you want him to be the next president of the United States. First of all, let's look at this. We're going to run through this, and I'm going to show you exactly why some folks will say this is all right. Let's go.
Mr. President, we actually have someone that, and before we ask his question, I wanted to read this to the crowd. He had actually written a letter to you after you'd been shot in Pennsylvania. Dear President Trump, watching you during the Butler rally and you getting back up, both my wife and I gave a sigh of relief as well as a few tears. I would be honored if you would accept this small token I received as a young Marine in Vietnam.
He says, I'd be honored if you would receive this small token. Is that the value that you hold to your Purple Heart? A small token? That you possibly could have lost your life? And it's a small token?
My wife and I both thought it appropriate.
And your wife
God bless
agreed with
you,
that?
your family, and the United States of America. Sincerely, Dwight. Dwight, where you at?
Dwight, I'm sure you look to be up in age. So you and Donald Trump think alike. You both, you 25-20s, y'all have the same mindset. I can understand why you think it's okay for you to hand your Purple Heart over to a man that never have not served one day, that actually made a mockery of the Arlington National Cemetery and the tomb of the unknown soldier. Made a mockery of that. A photo op. Just like he's doing right now. He's making a mockery of you, a photo op, to try and get elected again. And listen to his speech, folks.
Thank you. Whoa. Looks like a check. It's a check. It's cash.
Okay. He already knew what this award was going to be. So Donald Trump has so little esteem for what you're about to give him. He has so much no respect for what you're about to give him. The first words out of his mouth, oh, it looks like a check. It must be cash. Even though you knew this was happening, because earlier you told us that you wrote him and that you wanted to do this. This is the reason that you were there. But yet, he makes a mockery of it.
For those of you who may not know, Dwight had given President Trump his Purple Heart.
That's right. That's right.
He had given, or he's about to give. Is this just ceremonial? Has it been done already? Was it sent to you in the mail and you decided to bring this old white dude up here as a prop, as an election ploy? Since the migrant shit ain't working, let me try something else. Let me go get the white population back, because the white men have come up with this thing, white men for Kamala Harris.
I couldn't think anybody more deserving
I can.
of a Purple.
I can think of all the veterans that have not received a Purple Heart, although they were injured in the service of combat, that they were overlooked. You could have went to a VA hospital, and you could have, as a comrade, because I'm sure, just as you're alive, there's still folks alive that was that served during your time. That could be in a convalescent home. That could be a shut-in. That you could have brightened their day by saying, "Hey, I understand that you were injured or that you were shot in Vietnam, but you have yet to receive your Purple Heart. Here's mine. I can't think of anyone more deserving. But yet, you handed to this this guy that can rejuvenate an ear after being shot. And you understand that."
Purple Heart.
Thank you very much.
You took it, you laid down there, you got back up, and the first words out of your mouth was fight, fight, fight.
I don't give a damn what nobody said that whole thing was staged. Because if the president was really, really in the danger that we thought him to be, there was absolutely no way that those Secret Service people would have let him been uncovered. There was absolutely no way. And then let me ask you one more thing about this bullet that only grazed him. Why did people get shot in front of him and not behind him where the bullet was supposed to have gone? What did the bullet hit? Did anybody ever ask that question? The bullet that nicked Donald Trump's ear, so to speak, where did it land? Did it not hit somebody? Did it end up in a post somewhere? Did it end up in a sign somewhere? Did it end up in the ground? Where did the bullet go that nicked Donald Trump's ear? Or did it just disintegrate from the cartilage that was so hard on Donald Trump's ear? Again, before I close this out, this is stolen valor at its highest. Donald Trump is an insurrectionist. I implore all of you folks to take the time to go read that 165-page report that Jack Smith put out, that Judge Tommy Chutkan released to the public. And you will see the damage that Donald Trump and his cronies was trying to do to the United States of America, whether you're black or white. If you consider this your home and you love democracy and you love the freedoms that's bestowed of us, whether you believe that black people are not treated fairly, if you believe that white people are not treated fairly, if you believe that brown people are not treated fairly, the bottom line to it is, if Donald Trump gets back into office, none of that will make a difference, because there's only one set of people that will be treated fairly, and those are the people that will be loyal to Donald Trump. I can promise you that. Y'all have a good night. Vote blue.